Hi Aries, this is Lost Twin Tarot. My name is Colette. If you've never viewed me before, um, of course you haven't because this is a brand new channel. You're actually my first fire sign I'm starting with you. Um, if you've never watched tarot before, it's pretty much it's a general reading. Just take the pieces that resonate and then drop the pieces that don't. Um, I've already cleansed the space. I've meditated on your cards. Um, and I usually like to take two decks for this reading that I'm about to do. I'm taking two decks this time, and I like to get a little pre-shuffle in. I've already shuffled them already, but I'm just kind of shuffling them a little bit before I cut the deck. Um, Same with the clarification deck. After that, I pull the cards, and then if any additional clarifiers need to come out, then I will take any pop outs that need to come out. I know some readers don't like pop outs. But the way I see it is that if it is a pop out, if it needs to be pulled, either way, if it's going to come out, it's going to come out the way it's supposed to, is the way I see it. Um, I'm asking that you kind of bear with me a little bit, only because I don't have everything set up exactly perfect. I'm hoping to kind of get things, down to a, a precise routine. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much kind of it. This is from March 2024. When I was meditating on your cards, it felt like, you know, it was kind of like I had the energy of, kind of wanting to do things fast. Like you wanted to kind of jump into something really fast. But almost like the idea of like kind of like on a racetrack where, you know, you go really, really fast and almost like that dream you have where you kind of go really fast and kind of like, fly off the track. Almost like an energy of, going really fast, but just like, kind of take your pedal, take your foot off the pedal a little bit, like ease off a little bit so you don't kind of, fly off sort of. So on the first bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Cups. On the clarification deck, you have the Hangman. I feel like that's almost kind of like what's kind of happening. You want something, you want to put something out. Let's see what's going on. You have the Magician already, yeah. Let's see. The Magician, Three of Pentacles, the Tower, the Two of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Pentacles. All right, we have the Magician with the Three of Pentacles again, the Three of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. I'm trying to get these in the right one. You have the Tower with the Lovers, the Two of Wands with the Eight of Wands, the Hermit with the High Priestess, and the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. So you have two aces. For all the other readings, I've pulled an additional clarifier for each one. So let's see, you have the Three of Pentacles twice. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so start right away. You have the Three of Pentacles with the Magician. I feel like, you're trying to manifest something or you've been trying to get something off of the ground. This could definitely have to do with a work situation, or this could have to do with something that you really want recognition for. Um, and I feel like you almost, I feel like you're not getting the recognition that you almost deserve. And I feel like you've been wanting this for a while. You have the Three of Pentacles again, right next to each other, or they're diagonal from each other. Um, and you have that Three of Swords with that. Um, I'm gonna pull an additional clarifier, like I said, but that's why I might just kind of seem like I'm skimming through this a little bit fast. Um, when you have the Three of Swords, and I feel like that might be why um, there could have been a past um, work situation or a financial situation or even something just involving um, something where it just didn't work out um, to how you wanted. And I feel like, you're trying to make this work. You're trying to get this going or and you're but you're still kind of harboring some grief about it. You're still kind of harboring, you know, some of that, still harboring that grief about it. This could have been about, something that you felt like you didn't deserve or you didn't receive the recognition. Um, Something fell through. Um, those pentacles, they're not filled in on that Three of Pentacles. So it's almost like you had this idea, you started building it, and it just didn't work out the way you planned. Um, and none of us like to face failure. I feel like, Aries sometimes, they are the child of the zodiac, um, which makes them so, um, it makes them so not lifelike, sounds stupid, but so full of life, I should say, um, charismatic, um, just, full of brilliant ideas, you know, just all those things, you know, and I feel like something about that. But one thing they don't like to admit is failure. I mean, who does? But I feel like part of us, sometimes if we have failures in life, that kind of makes us who we are, and we kind of build off those failures in a way. You have the tower with the lovers. This is for the month of March, so I feel like if this was a love situation, this already has happened or this is based off of a path that you've have already gone down. And this is something that could be affecting your decision making and it could be weighing heavy on you. It's like it kind of always comes in, it's almost like with a magician, it's like you're trying to manifest something, but it's almost like you keep getting blocked. Those manifestations can't come in because it's like you keep getting blocked with something. You keep getting blocked because of that past, pain or something like that. It's like no, it's like I can't bring it in because of, you know, something that happened, in the past. With the Two of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands. I feel like something is coming in the month of March, though. I feel like the Two of Wands is about, that planning stage. It's about, putting, the idea and then finally, realizing that you do have, pretty much he has the world in his hands. He realizes that, has, he has time to be able to do these things. He has, there are mountains out there. He realizes that there is going to be, um, things are not always going to be easy. There always is going to be these challenges. It's not going to be easy. But you have the Eight of Wands coming in, showing that, you know, there is going to be good news coming in. The Eight of Wands can also represent movement as well. This could be a movement in the change of direction, geography movement. It can also just represent, things are just coming at you fast where something could have been slow and stagnant. It's the end of something being, stuck. You have that hangman on that clarification deck. Now things are starting to pick up with that Eight of Wands. You have the High Priestess with the Hermit. And the High Priestess, she's saying, she's got that her dress, it kind of flows in, with that water in the card. And I feel like, that saying, what's hidden within her emotions. And I feel like a lot of times, you know, we don't really like to draw attention to our weaknesses or anything like that. With the Hermit, I feel like, if you've kind of gone through this dark time in your life, and I feel like you have kind of, um, possibly kind of hidden yourself away, for a little while. And this could have been maybe a little bit of I don't want to say depression, but maybe possibly maybe just a time where you just needed to kind of um reflect on things and kind of figure out, what you want to do, how you want to go, and this doesn't have to be about um a job, but just kind of it could be, or just where you want to kind of take your next steps in life. And these don't have to be dramatic steps where you have to have every single aspect of your life figured out where, I'm going to go to this job, I'm going to marry this person, I'm going to do this, I'm going to move in this area. This can just be figuring out, you know, you know, I think I'm going to, you know, work on this. I think I'm going to, you know, start doing, I think I'm going to start, you know, um, reading every, I don't know, reading every Wednesday night. And every time I read Wednesday night, it helps me go to sleep earlier. And then because of that, I wake up a little bit earlier on Thursday. And because of that, I'm able to um, get a little bit more time in um, to go to this place. And because I do that, I end up um, meeting, this person, and this person introduces me to this place where I end up getting a job. It's all, kind of like that butterfly effect, But anything like that is kind of sort of the energy I'm kind of picking up here. With the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, you have two aces here. I feel like whatever this is, this could be an opportunity about money. And this could be something that really, makes your emotions overflow. Ace of Cups is about, nurturing something that makes you feel good. It could be a love opportunity as well. I mean, either way. Um, but it's something that makes you feel good. Um, but it's also about both of these things you have to tend to. You have to tend to those, you have to tend to that garden to make that opportunity, those, more pentacles, so to speak. And you have to nurture yourself to make, keep that cup overflowing. So you have to keep tending to it. You have to keep, I know easier said than done, right? But it's almost like, it's not like you're ignoring yourself either. That's not what I'm saying. But in a way, I feel like it's almost in, I don't want to say like keep at it. It's nothing like that. It's not what I'm saying. I want to say like it's almost like I want to say, I'm trying to get the words out here. I feel like you almost like um you have to take care of your emotional needs in order to fulfill your financial needs, or vice versa, or something like that. Like there's almost like one aspect is kind of feeding the other one. Like it's almost something like that. It's almost like you need to, one area is, and I feel like it's more like emotional. Let's see what else we have. Three of Pentacles with the Magician. Going, yeah, Queen of Cups. You have the Queen of Cups with that Three of Pentacles and Magician and the Page of Swords. Yeah, and I feel like with that Queen of Cups, you have this goose in this tub, and you have the Page of Swords. I feel like this could happen if this has anything to do with um maybe something um that you could be really learning about. If this is a energy where you could be gaining some uh some knowledge from, maybe you're reading up on something, you're studying something, um maybe you're reading up on like maybe just affirmations or something like that, possibly if you're trying to really get something if you're trying to get something manifested. I feel like also if this has to do with schooling as well, you could be doing some studying. Um But with that Queen of Cups energy, I feel like you're also valuing your emotions more. Like you're trying in the month of March, I feel like you are genuinely trying to kind of just take care of yourself better. I feel like you're trying to practice more self care. Let's see what the Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles is about. All right, you have the World card with the Five of Swords. I feel like what that's saying is that you have these five rabbits, and I always say like with this card, it feels like if you can see it, these rabbits are keep trying to hold up this, you know, their little torches, and they're trying to keep this light burning. They're trying to keep this, you know, this fire from burning out. You know what I mean? They're trying to keep that fire, alive. They're trying to keep the brightness going. And I feel like that's what you're constantly trying to do. You want to stay, you know, you know, keep the fire going. I mean, you're a fire sign after all, right? But with the world card, I feel like, you know, the world card, it stands for achievement. It's a portal. I mean, you're looking at this card, it's this person, and they're looking at this, the whole universe is out there. It's a big wide world out there, so to speak. It's a big wide world. And I feel like, you know, it's almost in a sense feeling like you're gonna be realizing that there's more to life than possibly. Now we have to grieve. We do have to grieve, and we do have to process. But I feel like you're realizing that you are almost worth more, or you are worth more than what you could be grieving about. If somebody didn't give you the recognition that you deserved, or if if things didn't work out the way you know, you expected them to, or you thought they were supposed to, you have to realize that there's so much else that the world has to offer you. And I feel like you could be realizing that. What's the Lover's card in the Tower? All right, you have the Moon card and the Two of Wands. I feel like with this Moon card, I feel like a lot of this is a really big illusion. This Moon card, if you can see it, I know it's really hard to see. There we go. It's this little girl, and she's standing in front of that giant moon, but the moon is it's a giant rabbit in front of the moon. It shows like, almost like everything is kind of like an illusion. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Wands. I feel like with this is saying, with the Lovers and the Tower, it's really saying that whatever situation that has happened in the past, and, you know, that was the past, and the path that you're on now, whatever it could be, don't let those negative thoughts, get in your head. I feel like, it's just an illusion. That situation was, the past. I feel like this is, the present now. Whatever thoughts are kind of getting to you, you have the Lovers, which, represents a pathway as well. You have the Two of Wands, that's a decision, you know, you're kind of weighing your options, that's a doorway, he's standing in that doorway, when, should I go through that doorway, I feel like whatever's kind of there, whatever's scaring you, whatever's kind of, lingering there, there's, there's, it's, it's just an illusion. Fear is an illusion. Aries never show their fear, I feel like. I don't really ever, all the Aries I know, they never show their fear. They're very brave people. With the Eight of Wands and the Two of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands and you have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. Yeah, so more confirmation that, things are starting to kind of, turn in your favor. The cycle is changing. The Queen of Wands is she's standing back, she's looking at what she's created. She's confident in her ability. She's looking at what she's done. There's nobody else around in that card. But she's taking a step back and she's looking at what she's done. And I feel like with that Eight of Wands, Two of Wands, I feel like, you know, you're almost thinking, okay, know, what, when is something coming in, you know, and when it finally does, after you've looked at what you've created, what kind of things have been going, how your life has been going, you're going to be confident, like the Queen of Wands, in your ability. You're going to be happy with what you have created, so to speak. With the High Priestess and the Hermit, you have the Two of Wands. I'm like, what is the Two of Wands doing here? But I forgot that was on the bottom of the deck. I'm like, I know we just saw that. You have the Two of Wands. Like, so that's Two of Wands keeps popping out for you. There's something here that you're planning. You're planning and you're working on. You have the Devil and on the bottom of the deck, and you have the Two of Wands with the High Priestess and the Hermit, and the Devil on the bottom. So again, you know, just more confirmation of, you know, whatever you're planning, Spirit's telling you whatever you're working towards, you're doing the right thing, you're working in the right direction. There's nothing that is holding you back, I feel like, except for, maybe except for something in the past that hurt you. Whatever you're working toward, it looks like it's successful. It's telling you that, you just stay out of your head, that this is the past and now this is the future. With the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups, and you have the Ace of Wands. And what I feel like that's saying, Ace of Wands is all about, taking an opportunity. It's out with the old and with the new. It's taking the opportunity, and literally that would be the third ace that's kind of coming out, sort of, for you. It's on the bottom of the deck. But with the Seven of Cups, that's all about choosing the right thing, choosing which cup is right for you, making the wise decision. Seven of Cups can also be about illusion. Um, and I feel like, don't fall for illusion of almost not choosing anything. I feel like the only thing that you could do is pretty much not choose anything. Um, because I feel like you do have a passion and fire that's burning and you want to do something, and I feel like there has been past hurt that's kind of been staying with you, and I feel like you have a lot you know to offer and you have a lot going on, and I feel like in the month of March, we're kind of going into that sort of, we're 2 months into the year. We're heading into March. Things are sort of changing. We're going into that springtime. I mean, at least I'm going in to the springtime where I'm located. But either way, we're kind of transitioning to the different parts of the astrology and everything else. But it looks like you're headed on the right track, is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to leave it here, Aries. Thank you so much for viewing with me. Um, I'm going to be posting the weekly readings in the next couple of days. Um, but I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.